Welcome back, guys. We are Last Minute Equalizer, and we're back with another football podcast and with another very special guest. You might not know him by his face, but I'm sure if you're a football fan, you definitely know him for his Instagram posts. So, right here we have the admin for the Instagram page Unpopular Football Opinions. So, if you could introduce yourself as well.
Hi guys, you guys might know me as Unpopular Football Opinions. My real name is Redwan, and I just love football. That's that's an easy description on how to introduce myself. I was born in Iraq, for lived there for around 7 years. Hence the necklace. And I moved to Turkey for 2 years. It was amazing. That was great, and I've been in the USA for this is the sixth year, and I've never lost love for football. I've always loved football, and I will continue to love it as long as time is continuing as well.
Yeah, man, it's the same for us. So, you're 19, right? So, you must be in college, I guess.
19? Oh man, I'm 15.
Oh shit.
I didn't get the math. You get 11 plus 2
Nah,
plus 6.
I'm that
I
serious.
get that maths.
I'm 15. I'm in 10th grade in high school right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you said 11 plus 2 plus 6. I'm like, oh, okay, that's 19.
I mean, I've discussed my age in a couple of posts, and people are like, "Nah, man, you look 19." One guy, at the park the other day said I look 27. I'm like, "All right, man, that's just
So,
too
yeah,
much
man,
right
yeah,
there."
I'm not lying. You do look quite old, but you know what? Doesn't matter. What we're here to talk about all things football. And I think
Uh,
last time we did a podcast like this, someone Messi was trending everywhere, and this time it's probably his arch
ah,
nemesis Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, what a signing! What a turnaround!
wow.
What a
I
saga!
mean, yeah, it was ridiculous. I was just Friday actually. It was Friday morning for me. I got
Yeah.
the news, and the night before, of course, we all thought he was going to Manchester City. I'm like, man, that's just,
Yeah.
that had
That's
to
a
hurt.
heartbreak for every.
But
Yeah.
the other admin, Juan, he posted around 15 minutes before I woke up. And when I went on my personal Instagram, I saw just a lot of notifications like, he must have posted. And then I saw Ronaldo in added years. I'm like, wait, hold on. And then the next post below that was a here we go. And I'm like, wait, are you guys serious? So, then adrenaline kicked in. Then I meant to jinx the signing of
Yeah.
Ronaldo to City. I didn't, of course, I obviously accepted it and made it seem like it was official and everything, but thank God that was. So
Yeah,
that's just going to be amazing, man.
So
I
like
can't
what
wait.
happened with us was we got the news before getting the news, like all everyone was posting that to City it's a done deal. And I was so sad. Like on our group also we were like discussing and all. And I was like, fuck him. Fuck Ronaldo. It's all Messi now.
saved penalty saved.
but then like the next night everything turned. I saw, so like Satyam and I, like he's my twin brother, so we were like out for dinner somewhere, and he's like, look at the Instagram, look on Instagram, like it all turned around. It was so I felt so great, like I can't tell you. And
Yeah,
guys, if
I
you
mean
don't
that was
know, if you don't know, Radwan is a United fan like us, and
yeah.
how did that begin, like for you, like supporting United?
It was just my dad. He was a United fan, and it goes from there. I've watched from the likes of Rooney and Berbatov to Fellaini and Alexis Sanchez. So it's definitely been a it's definitely been a roller coaster. I do
Yeah,
think. I mean, if we don't get a trophy, all it has to go. I can't see.
Yeah,
I
for sure,
can't
for
see
sure.
how
I think. I mean,
I
even
can't see
before.
how I can't see how Juventus win a trophy with Ronaldo, and if we can't,
Yeah.
it's gonna be some curse. It's only possibly anyone. But that's worst case scenario. I'm sure we'll at least win a trophy.
Yeah. And like I don't care how he's gonna fit in the squad, but I'm like the shirt sales and the profits which he's gonna generate, it's just insane.
Yeah,
Like
I
the kind
already
of
heard he made.
magnitude.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Yeah, continue.
I cut you off. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just saying that the hype he's gonna create now is just next level. And like I was seeing a post that he's surpassed like the number of likes also. like compared to Messi's post. So yeah, it's huge. That's what
Yeah,
I say.
he surpassed it in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was wow. I mean,
I remember all.
I do think, Messi's fan base, of course, is huge, obviously.
Yeah.
But I do think the post reached that amount of likes because it was just very unexpected. I mean, who the fuck would thought that?
Yeah.
Who really thought, Ronaldo to Man United? Wow. I mean, the lineup. I saw a projected lineup the other day. It had obviously De Gea, Varane, Sancho, Ronaldo. It looked like one of those dream lineups they
yeah.
made in 2020. I was like, wow, and it all connected. And surprisingly enough, Ronaldo's only hat trick in the Premier League was against Newcastle, and he's
Yeah.
rumored on September 11th to be,
Yeah.
getting his second debut for United again against them. That's gonna be great.
It's a full circle for him. He's grown up over there. He's like matured as a player over there. He was found and he was shown to the world in United, and now he's coming back and like reliving it. I think it's a full circle in my opinion for him.
Like the end
Yeah, I
of
mean,
I mean, this is like his last proper club. I think after this, he's going to do the MLS. 100% he'll go there. I think these 2 years, probably his last 2 years in Europe, and I think this is a perfect circle
Way
and
to end it.
have a good ending as well. As the last dance, all those those memes and everything were going on. And maybe it ends up like that and we actually win the UCL or something.
social media is creative. Instead of the last dance, instead of the T, they put a 7. That's very
Yeah.
convenient.
Yeah.
That is very convenient. I was actually gonna wear a Portugal Ronaldo jersey, but it was in the laundry. Unfortunately, it was in the laundry room. So when I saw I'm like, wow.
Well, it happens.
What year is that kid?
This one is this
right
year in
now.
the Euros.
This year,
Ah,
I got it for the Euros. So obviously
I noticed the color. Yeah.
every Euros I kind of like change the team which I support. So I'm like this time supporting Ronaldo, Bruno. Let's go for
Oh
Portugal.
yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Now, of course. Well, yeah, of course. I'm half. Oh, if you guys didn't know, I'm half German. Hence, the German.
Yeah.
But I might cheer for Portugal a bit. Ronaldo, Bruno. That's
Second team.
That's gonna be great. But of course, I wish them no mercy if they come against Hansi Flick. I mean, he shows no mercy as well. So
Yeah.
I think we're on the same page.
I mean, I have to say, man, this transfer window was incredible. I mean, I think no one would have thought that these many crazy moves would have happened. I mean, first
Yeah.
Messi, then Mbappe, then Ronaldo, and on top of that, we already had Grealish and Sancho and Varane and Ramos and
Yeah.
just unbelievable.
all of the
It's
big
like-
names,
it's like- it's
all
like-
of the big.
Picking up all the big names, shuffling them up, and then just distributing to other clubs. It's like that.
It looks like a FIFA career mode in
Yeah.
the year 2024. It's just everything is
I'm not even
so
like,
random
and
and exciting.
And like 2-3 years ago, no one would have like imagined also that this kind of transfer would happen. Like people would be like, "What's happening?"
Who would have thought in 2015 Barcelona's best player is Memphis Depay?
Yeah.
No disrespect to Depay, he's a
I mean, in
great player,
2015,
But
he was
Depay is
flopping
playing
in
surprisingly
United.
very well. Like Depay is playing very well for Barca. Like if you've seen the highlights.
Yeah, you can also argue De Jong, but it's still the same wavelength. Suarez, Messi, and Neymar to a player like De Jong or Depay. It's pretty different.
Yeah.
I do think they will do better than expected. People make Barca seem worse than it's out. Oh, Messi's gone.
Is that the
But-
defense needs a bit, like some strength in their defense?
I mean, I think they still need, for me, Barcelona, it's like, the easy games, fine, they might manage it. But I think the tough games, the crunch games, that they probably are struggling and probably Messi bails them out time and time again. And we probably don't notice it as much. And maybe we'll notice that a lot this season, that maybe they had run all in the last 20 minutes, they just can't seem to score, where normally Messi probably would have made the difference. So I think there they might lack a bit. And again, as Satyam said, in the defense, I don't think the defense is good enough. They're not. I mean, PK is the only experienced defender really at the club. UMTD are not even counting him. I think he's not even side. So except him, Garcia used to get bullied by Martial at City, so he's not very good as well. And then we have Araujo, who's good, but again not very experienced. So that's probably, I mean, attack and defense are the main parts, and I don't think they're that better than Barca. But I don't think they're. And people are saying they might do. I mean, they won't even get top 4. I think they'll come like second or third. They might not win any trophy, maybe a Copa del Rey or something like that. But they will do like decent. They won't do that bad as people
Yeah,
say.
they won't. I heard people say the death of Barca. They're not gonna get relegated.
Yeah, I
Obviously.
think that's like
Yeah,
like the social media
they're
hype.
not like they're not like Arsenal right now, which
Yeah. Bro, did you see the game?
Did you see the
wow.
game?
I mean, it was at 4:30 in the morning here, so fortunately, actually, I missed out. But
Yeah.
um,
It was
wow,
destruction, bro. It was destruction. Like,
It was
wow,
like cities was having a training exercise at
yeah.
their home ground, and afterwards some team they got from nearby.
that was
Literally
that was like a
that.
that was like a team training from Man City. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Exactly.
wow.
I think Atlanta has to be sacked. He has to be sacked. That was an embarrassing performance, right? I would sack him if I
Yeah.
was Arsenal.
Oh
Like,
my
And like the
days.
commentator was also saying, no Cristiano, no Harry Kane. Still, they don't need a striker. Like if they're beating Arsenal like by that much, I think they're
But then-
adapting really well
I'm
without
pretty
a striker.
sure
They
my
need a
high school team can put up a good
But then-
fight with Arsenal. I mean, but I get your point. Yeah, I get your
Yeah.
point.
but they did lose to Spurs. It's not. I don't think. I think
City
also
can beat
strikers.
City can beat PSG, but will lose to Norwich and Spurs. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think City. I
I don't know.
think Chelsea are looking the team to be fair in the Premier League. And City, I think without a striker, they might. I mean, again, they'll do well, but I think this season someone will probably get 90 plus points to win it. And if City, I don't think they'll get that without a striker.
yeah. A
He's
couple of people have asked me, "Oh, UFO, where's the predictions?" Oh, Red One. That's my real name, by the way. Red One. Have I discussed that? Yeah. Let's skip past that. I'm not really named UFO, guys. Anyways, so they're like, "Oh, what are our predictions?" I have to just kind of wait until the transfer window is over because I was contemplating on making it the other day without Ronaldo, and I had this at fourth originally. Obviously, I don't think we're gonna finish fourth this season, especially with Cristiano Ronaldo. But I do think we can definitely challenge right now. But if we don't have a defensive mid, that might get shaky. And
No,
the
but
main
then-
reason Varane, the main
The
reason
thing is,
Varane and
the thing
Ramos.
is, if you're like inconsistent like we were last year, like we were losing to teams like Sheffield United, if that happens
Burnley.
again and we're inconsistent, then see, there's no chance. But last year, what was happening? The big teams also, we were like drawing with them. But I think with the squad we have now, we have a chance to contest and like probably win it. I'm not expecting anything, but like with this kind of a squad, your expectations are high. It's like a sort of given only.
If you have Cristiano Ronaldo on your squad, your expectations are gonna be pretty damn
Yeah.
high. You're only expected top results, and Ronaldo's the top player, so they just, it kind of all makes sense.
True.
I mean, this Premier League season, I think, is going to be, I think, one of the close. I think all four teams will be quite close to each other. Liverpool, Chelsea, City, United will all be pretty close, I think, so this season.
Yeah.
I think they'll be ahead of everybody else. I think these two are just too good.
Yeah, I do think Chelsea. The game today, their defensive structure, it was
I mean,
What
after
things-
one,
things
I mean-
that Tuchel has done to this club
Yeah.
are just
I
absolutely.
mean, you can see in
I
the
can't see a better manager in world football better than him. He's just absolutely. He's turned such. The football they played with Frank Lampard. It was just non-existent. It was like he said. It was like Lampard in the
It's
pregame
like that
talks.
day and
Okay,
night. It's
he said,
day and
"Okay,
night.
guys, we signed 200 million worth of players. Go play." That's not how
Yeah.
football works. You can't sign players and expect results at PSG. So you just have to kind of put a system together and make your players. Chelsea might be one of the weakest Champions League winning sides ever individually, but they are one of the most, together group that have chemistry, that just flow with each other and know the next move of the player that is working along with them. It's Tuchel. I feel like is
It's a very well
very
bonded
great.
group of players. Like you can see the chemistry in them. You can see like how they play.
And because of that chemistry, like if they score one goal or two goal and they just sit back, they're so like gelled well that it just fits and they can defend like a one goal lead or something like that.
I mean,
so-
people criticize it, but hey, if it works, you can't really
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
"Oh, don't do that," because
Man,
as long I don't think I don't think Tuchel is gonna go on Twitter and read some random fan's opinion. Oh, you're not playing attacking football. Get
Yeah.
out. You know,
Yeah.
as long as you get a result, I don't see why it
If you
doesn't
see
work.
Jose, I mean, he made his career playing defensive football, park the bus, one run, park the bus. He's obviously considered one of the great managers ever. So come on, if he can do it, but can't Tuchel do it? But for me, I think that today's game it just showed how good Chelsea were both at attack and defense. Like in the first half, Chelsea were comfortably the best team. I think Liverpool were not really. Like they were
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
but comfortably the best team were creating the most chances. And then the red card happened and the penalty happened. Then in the second half, the defensive stability they had the whole second half was amazing to see. I mean, with
Yeah,
10
I
men,
do think
exactly.
as of things standing right now, you can obviously make a case for any of the top four, but I do think Chelsea. If I was to make a prediction right now, I would say Chelsea's one. It's too hard to rank the other three because I could put bias ahead, I could put logic ahead, I could put the surprising element that people are leaving a lot of Liverpool. They're putting them all at fourth, which
Yeah.
that can be underrated. It's the same side that won 99 points. Well, it's not exactly the same side, but it's a very similar side that won 99 points in the 2019-20 season. So you can't really underrate them. City, it's Pep Guardiola. They just came off a title win. United, Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not gonna say more on that. Chelsea, European champions. It's just so much. You can't really predict what's really going to happen.
Which is why it's
very
the best league
exciting.
in the world. It's the best league in the world for a reason.
Yeah, for sure. I do think, with the loss of Lionel Messi, Sergio Ramos, I think La Liga's out of the competition. Bundesliga is a very underrated league, but I don't think it has top league status. Serie A, loss of Ronaldo, that's really going to hurt them. Loss of Lukaku as well. And loss of Hakimi. And who else do we have? We have the French league. I mean, are they really
Like,
considered a top 5 league
Good
anymore?
players are like either
Even
going to
considered
oil
top
clubs
five league
or
anymore.
PL. That's it. So
Yeah.
you can't really. Yeah.
I mean, isn't Liga now the sixth best league? I think recently UEFA.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, the Portuguese league
This is
has,
a top five
which-
league.
which
And
fairly
Ronaldo-
enough, they have some great clubs in there. Sporting, Porto, Benfica. They have some good clubs in there.
Yeah, but I just thought, like French, so they always should do well. Like in the UCL, they always used to surprise. Man, Monaco did it. Then Lyon did it for a couple of seasons, and PSG are coming up. I also always, we always say maybe the lower ranked sides in league are not that good, but I think our top side they always perform well. I mean, in UCL they always should do very very well. Even
Yeah.
last season, they got out of the final, and I think was it Lyon this season? That was Porto. Right? The season before Lyon, they beat Man City and they beat I think Juventus as well. So
Yeah,
I
to the
think
semi-final. Yeah.
they do well in UCL as in the French league. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I actually understand how do UEFA rank the team fifth and sixth. Like, I don't really care. I mean, it doesn't depend.
I think I'd like to come back to the Ronaldo topic and ask you, Radwan, what would be that one Ronaldo moment for you? Like one of your favorite Ronaldo moments. Like
One of
till
my
now.
favorites. There's so many. There's obviously that bicycle kick.
Yeah.
There
Sure.
is that hat trick against Manuel Neuer. There's that free kick versus Portsmouth. But I do think my favorite has to be that Puskas against Porto. That was a
Yeah.
sensational strike. That was ridiculous. That was just out of this world. And I don't like to say things, can't be done because nothing is impossible to me. But that is going to be very, very hard to replicate because the distance, the power, the placement, was it the UCL semifinal or quarterfinal?
I don't remember
that match. It was one of them, and that was just amazing. I think wasn't that the first ever Puskas given?
I think the Puskas
that was
the Porto one. The Porto one was only
Yeah.
Puskas.
I think they saw that goal and like, all right, we're gonna make this an award. That's not a normal goal.
This Porto goal and Portsmouth goal were quite similar. I mean, the Portsmouth one was a free kick, but it was similar positions for where this goal. I mean, and the same
yeah.
to the top right corner, just no chance for the keeper. Standing there.
Yeah, I mean,
For me,
his
moment
his shooting speaks for itself. His shooting speaks for itself. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I said his shooting speaks for itself, but you guys already know that.
True. I was just saying that
Yeah.
my favorite Ronaldo moment is probably two moments. Is the first one I think it was in that single game against Arsenal. Which game? I think it was 2009 or 8, 2009
That free
UCL
kick.
semi-final. First of all, that free kick. He like normally we would cross, he just smashed it and it went in, and I was like that.
But there
What
was a
happened?
bounce, I think. There was a bounce and then it went in, I think. I'm not
It
sure.
was no, it wasn't a bounce.
You
It
know,
was just
bounce, deflection. That was ridiculous nonetheless.
Yeah.
I mean, what is
Yeah.
it? Was it?
straight
Didn't the
through.
commentator say it's too far out for him to think?
Yeah, that one exactly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nothing is ever too much for Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't ever put a limit to him.
And I think the second goal, the counter attack. What a counter attack! I mean, this prime Man United. I mean, just there's a
And
beautiful
that
counter
Rooney
attack.
one, right? The Rooney one and Rooney
It
pass.
was
Yeah.
Ronaldo in
Yeah.
Barca out when they made that
Yeah.
counter attack. Beautiful to
Mhm.
watch. I mean, that was the football we want, yeah. And that is the football we need. And to be fair,
That was football. Yeah.
but Oli is kind of changing it. In some games we do play that, but in some games we play kind of boring football. And hopefully we
But
can
do
get
you remember that Ronaldo goal? It was an El Clasico where he got the ball and then he did a flick from his heel and then it went
Yeah.
over.
It was like
It went over
PK was
or
behind
someone.
him.
Yeah, and then he ran and then he cut in and then he shot. I don't know if you guys
yeah.
remember.
When he did the celebration, they did the shirt celebration, right?
No, it's
no,
different.
It's like way before. It's like 2012 or
It's
2013
very
or something.
old.
I don't remember that goal. I mean,
It
it
was a
must have been. I mean,
counter-attack.
it must have been a decent goal.
He scored so many
every,
goals. And,
every Ronaldo goal seems ridiculous nowadays.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't he used to at least, I don't think he doesn't hit free kicks, as often anymore because of his knee injury, which people overlook.
Yeah. Can't read it. Hopefully,
People just think he woke up one season and like, all right, I want to hit, fans in the stadium. That's obviously things happen.
Ronaldo used to be better at free kicks than Messi. I mean, I think it took Messi like 6-7 years after that injury to catch up with Ronaldo in free kicks.
Yeah.
To see how good he was before.
He used to, in my opinion, you can obviously make a case for both. He used to be better at free kicks than Messi, but obviously Messi now.
I agree with that.
Messi caught up, bro. Messi caught up.
And he improved. Ronaldo kind of regressed. I mean, I hope at United Bruno takes the free kicks and Ronaldo getting the penalties. And in that I know Bruno will be like, no, I'm on the bench, but
I saw a meme on Twitter where, it says, and Ronaldo steps up to take a penalty, and it was, have you guys seen the pic of Bruno hitting Fred in a celebration? And then it says, and Bruno Fernandes. And then it just shows him hitting, and then edited Fred's face for Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be losing any shootouts this year. I hope I don't jinx
Yeah.
I hope so. And guys, if you don't know, Rajwan is also, I think, I'm not sure. Are you a Bayern fan also?
Yeah. You like Bayern, of course. I'm half German, so it's just a country thing. So when my grandpa, he was born and raised in Munich, he saw Gerd Muller, may he rest in peace, Beckenbauer. Wow. Those names.
Yeah. So my question to you would be Lewandowski. That man, he scored 3 tonight, and he's thinking of going. He's thinking of leaving the club. Where do you think, or who do you think would be his replacement in the club?
if he doesn't even leave, I mean, he's old. I think 34. He's going to be like coming towards the end. Like he's going to have to be replaced.
Yeah.
Like, you think he's going to replace him?
Obviously, there's a certain Norwegian in Dortmund that Bayern.
He's linked to so many clubs.
But apparently,
He's linked to every club. There is links to Real, United, City, Barcelona. I mean, I don't blame them. I would do anything to sign that man. But I do think if it's not Haaland, I do think it's Adeyemi in Salzburg. He is a fantastic player. He's pretty young. He's pretty young. I would say if Bayern signed Adeyemi, he would be, it would be Lewandowski's last year, so he can kind of mentor him, teach him, and he can get a feel.
Even that person, that player, Valhalovic, I think, what's his name? Valhalovic or something. He's in Fiorentina. I'm not sure, but even
Vlahovic.
Yeah.
Vlahovic, oh, the Serbian, oh, he's amazing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Olivier Kahn would love him as well.
Hmm.
You know, he would be. Yeah. I mean,
He
how
can-
old is he? 20.
He's
He's
a
20 and
hard.
scored 20 goals. Wow. He surprised me last season.
I mean, not Haaland, but he's a similar type of player. You know, like big, strong, but quick as well. You know, good feet, good
Yeah.
finishing.
He's more agile on the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think of him. But yeah, that would be. I mean, it's tough to replace Lewandowski. I mean, I think he's one of the best strikers ever. I think the last few years, how he's elevated his game is just too good. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Lewandowski's stats, he's always done this. He's always put up ridiculous stat lines, won golden boots, but you know, the last 2 years he's elevated into that top player status. I think he was always, you know, from 2012
Yeah.
around, he was always like a top 10, top 5 player in the world. I do think he's for sure top 3, and you know, obviously people say he's the best.
I mean, there are talks of Ballon d'Or happening for 2021 and 2020. I do hope it happens because he just deserved that Ballon d'Or for last year. I do hope that.
Yeah.
it was
Wouldn't it be crazy if they just say 2020, 2021 Ballon d'Or? Here you go. They just hand them the 2.
Yeah,
And then
but
Messi just sits there.
I think
Messi.
I think Messi is kind of has. I think that Copa America has kind of given him the award. So it's
Yeah.
and
Messi for sure.
stats are always good. Messi's stats are always up there, always good. Sometimes what led to them probably his achievements of the Barcelona downfall, and Argentina normally don't do that well. But I think this time with that historic Copa America win, I think he'll probably win it, especially with Bayern not winning any UCL or anything. I think he might probably.
Yeah.
Lewandowski probably should be second, in my opinion. And Joe Junior should be maybe. I don't know how it was you there, but
it's just the trophies, bro. The trophies are speaking for him. It's not like personal
Yeah.
stats or something.
And the thing, and speaking of awards, there's 2 things I don't get. Well, there's a lot, but there's the main 2 things. So Conte won Midfielder of the Year.
Yeah.
Jorginho was Player of the Year. And here's the thing: if it's about the Euros, right? You know, most of it, the UEFA Awards, Euros plays a big part. Donnarumma, he was Player of the tournament. Where is he? He got 0.
Yeah,
I feel like they gets overlooked, and obviously Mendy had a fantastic campaign in the UCL. But if we are speaking about the Euros, I don't think Mendy can just turn up to Germany. I don't think Mendy can turn up to Germany and be like, I want to start.
I understand.
So I mean, he should have been in competition for something.
Actually, you know what happened? Those actually, I'll tell you what the thing is. So they have one award, which is UEFA Player of the Year. Then they have separate awards.
For positions.
Those were UCL Player of the Season, UCL Goalkeeper of the Season. So it was just UCL awards. That's why Mendy won.
Oh.
And that's why Kante won the Midfielder of the Year. He was in UCL, no doubt about it, and he carried them in semis.
But that's why Haaland also won.
That's why Haaland got and not Lewandowski. It wasn't UEFA Best Striker of the Year. It was
UCL.
Best
UCL.
of the UCL season.
So why is it UEFA Player of the Year?
Yeah, I don't know.
Couldn't they just stick to UCL Best Player of the Year then?
Yeah.
With that case, then Conte just blows everyone out. If we're talking UCL, then Conte just
it should have been
ridiculous.
either all of it should have been for UEFA, all of it should have been for the UCL.
I think they mixed it up.
Two awards, and it's very confusing.
Yeah,
And I don't get how De Bruyne.
Europa League award also, which Moreno won.
Because if there's like UCL awards, people just compare players on the basis of the UCL campaign.
Yeah,
But
that makes
when you're giving out a UEFA Players Award, it's like comparing everything, like all UEFA tournaments.
what I didn't get was why De Bruyne was in the top 3. What did he do? He wasn't even playing.
He was injured most of the time.
He was injured for most of the season. You know, in the UCL, I think he played in the semi-final. That was the only game he played. In the final, he was injured in the quarters also. He played maybe in the quarter. I don't remember exactly. But he wasn't that good in the UCL. I think Mahrez and Foden were better for City in the UCL. Then in the league, he didn't play. In the Euros, Belgium knocked out in the quarters. What are those semi? I think quarters, right? Yeah. So he didn't really have Donnarumma would have, I think, had a better season than him, including the Euros.
I would have put Haaland in
I
the top.
think Lewandowski and Messi had better seasons. I mean, with the stats, they obviously had better seasons than him. So I don't know. I mean, I think he's really protected. I mean, even he won PFA Player of the Year last year. Like, how did he win an He didn't play.
I do think if Lewandowski made at least the round of 16, that would have really helped him.
He got injured, unfortunately, right? So
Yeah,
but
because he was the leading goal scorer in the group. He was the leading goal scorer in the group stages. So, and it was with the Poland side. I mean, I don't think that was football. It's just 8 people just running around, and Lewandowski just said, "Give me the ball, I'll just score."
Yeah.
So, if he did go to the round of 16, maybe he could have pulled off an upset, scored 2 goals, went to the quarters, competed for Golden Boot. But I think weren't they just fell short to goal difference?
Yeah.
Second in their group. It was something around there. It was very close.
No, they came last on points.
Very close.
They came last on points, but he scored like 3 goals or 3 goals. I mean, that's enough. He did his job, to be fair. He did his job. So
yeah, you can't.
Okay, so moving on now, let's just discuss this season's UCL draw, which happened like yesterday.
Yeah, or 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah, whatever. So, what are your thoughts on that? First, let's start with United's Group F.
United's group is pretty easy, just like one revenge story with Villarreal.
Finally, an easy group.
I do think we'll
finally
we will. Yeah, I do think we will lose to Atalanta.
Yeah.
It's just a weird feeling, but I think we will just win against them again. And versus Villarreal, I feel like we'll draw a match and then win. Versus Young Boys, I mean.
Against Villarreal, I think so. We have to remember the pain, and we have to absolutely destroy them in the first game. Just destroy.
A Ronaldo hat trick would serve me well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Rashford was actually telling the truth that day about improving, he should have a brilliant game against Villarreal next time, and we should smash them. I mean, I hope it happens because that final killed me. I mean, I'm sure it killed you, and I was just devastating for all of us. I mean. Terrible time.
Because like United stretching a final for that matter to that stage where keepers are taking penalties.
And then you lose there. I mean, it's just so much more heartbreaking when you lose it after 10 penalties.
Bad. Akul, the upside of that is that we got in pot 2 and we don't have to face teams like Barcelona, Juventus.
But we still lost out on a trophy. So.
And maybe, Ronaldo, we wouldn't have got such good players. Maybe that was a driving factor as well, that we didn't win and we need to win this season for sure. And that's why we got all this. Maybe it all worked out in the end. But anyways.
I do think, the group, we got. I think it was between us or Barca who gets Group E and face Bayern. I was just in class praying like, man, I don't think we need Bayern right now. I would have, if knowing Ronaldo would have moved to us, I would have loved Bayern. He knows about scoring against Bayern. I think he knows, a thing or 4, 5, however much he scored against Neuer. He's pretty experienced with it. Yeah. I think he had
last year also.
I think he has 10 goals versus Neuer.
Last year also we had PSG and 2 other teams, and we fucked it up so bad. We just needed a draw to qualify.
We had PSG and Leipzig. We needed 1 point in 2 games.
Yeah.
That's United.
we were. I think in the Leipzig game we were 3-0 down in like the 70th minute. Wow. And then we pulled one back. We pulled another. I was like, no way. And then
last minute, I remember in the last minute, they almost couldn't own goal. I'm like, oh my God, they just.
Oh, yes. Oh, that hurts. Yeah. And Rashford, and that group stage captain, he was the leading scorer in the competition.
Yeah.
So had we progressed, he would have maybe won the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have won the award. You never know. England is the final. You never know. But anyways, let's just forget about last season and let's look at this season.
Yeah. Last season we had Lindelof. This season we have Varane.
Bayern have a chance in the UCL. I want to ask you about Bayern a couple of things. First of all, I think in the UCL, do you think they have a chance to win it? I mean, they always have a chance, but seeing how other teams have strengthened and Bayern, to be fair, have not done that much.
To be fair, Bayern is still strong in my opinion. Because like,
Bayern are still a strong side, but obviously Flick is gone. Nagelsmann has to get a few, at least months. He might need a year to, progress the squad, see how he's feeling, what works, what doesn't. Obviously, I think they'll be able to get a Bundesliga, but maybe UCL, maybe a semi-final trip. A shockingly potentially a quarter-final trip. Being realistic, they probably will get to the semi-finals because of Lewandowski. But I don't think they'll get to the final or even win it. They could still. It's the UCL. If you told me last season that Chelsea would win the UCL, I'd be like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
having a laugh.
it's very
Yeah.
unpredictable. It's very unpredictable.
Yeah, it's the UCL. I mean, anything goes. Yeah.
That's because the manager like turned it around like so well for them that they just turned it around. Like no one expected they'd win a trophy, and then they just win out of
Yeah.
nowhere. It's
Yeah.
So
in 4 months, the UCL as well. That was
Yeah.
it's the Germans. That was work.
Yeah, I want to ask about Bayern. So, do you think they'll easily win the Bundesliga again? I mean, I do
Yeah.
think so. I think Dortmund again. They lost. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
5-0 today.
5-0
It's
today, yeah.
not bad.
they did beat 5, but they were struggling in preseason and they lost all the games in preseason. And I think they drew the first because I thought maybe it's a little bit shaky for Nagelsmann at the start. And
Yeah. Bayern. There's a pattern. They always start shaky. I don't know why, but I think it was last year. Not last year. It was 2 years ago when they lost 5-0 to Frankfurt, then won 6 trophies. Wow. They lost 5-0 to Frankfurt. The manager got sacked. Hansi stepped up and boom. And then 8-2
Yeah.
happened. UCL.
Yeah.
that is kind of a problem with
8-2 was like sheer annihilation of Barcelona. Like,
It did more good than bad to Barcelona. Obviously, now if you're in any argument with any Barca fan, you can just use that and that can help
that's a
you.
long-term view, but like if you see short-term, then I've seen like my friends like just not talking to people just because of that game.
Yeah, I mean, if we did lose, I mean, when we lost 6-1 to Tottenham, I avoided people for a couple of days, to say the least.
Thank you so much, Radhan. Thank you like so much for
Man,
coming.
thank you guys for having me. It was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I mean,
It was-
I'm like very hopeful that we could do this more often in the future. And
Yeah,
maybe
talk. Just
And guys, do
obviously,
follow
anytime anyone talks about football, I'm in it.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
guys, do follow Unpopular Football Opinions on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll link them in our description.
Now, 5K.
on
Yeah.
Twitter is something different. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, we'll tag it.
At Twitter, it's United. Well, it's just UTD and then RJ, which is my initials.
We'll just put it in our description. Please give him a follow, and please
Yeah, I think he's
help
very
me reach
close,
5,000.
to 5,000 followers on Instagram. So
Yeah.
please, if you push possible, please help my guy out.
Yeah. Once again, thank you guys for having me. It was an absolute pleasure. I wish to talk about more things in the future. Obviously, how Ronaldo is gonna win his Golden Boot. Obviously, we guys know that.
Yeah, of course.
But
Everybody knows it.
but yeah, it was an absolute pleasure. It was great, and we should definitely do it again.
Yay.
All right.
See you, Radhan. Bye.
See you
All right,
soon.
thank you guys. Have
Bye.
a great one.
Have a great day.
Peace.
You too.
You too. Have a great one.
And we got some great insights of football talk. तो हमें मजे ही आते हैं बात करने में. और
And
please subscribe करो. हाँ बोलो.
I was saying that football के बारे में बात करना, football, talking about football is just easy for us. We can do this all day long. So doing this, just as a hobby and put it on YouTube and Spotify, it's just fun for us and you guys if watching.
And guys, I just
always
want to
Or-
tell you, this is what like football does. Like I never imagined to talk to someone who lives in the US and like who follows football this much. And it's like it was absolutely amazing to like talk to someone who follows football and there's a common topic between you and that person. So like it's like amazing. मतलब तुम अगर समझ पा रहे हो, अगर तुम्हें हमसे बात करनी है तो प्लीज हमें DM करो.
Of course,
हमें
you can DM us. And
और
हमारे लिंक सारे उसमें है तो तुम कभी भी मतलब हमें DM कर सकते हो. हम we are like open and for sure I mean we could connect.
lastly guys, जो सारी videos में होता है guys, please like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram And please do watch our reels which come
And
all
guys,
of our posts.
tell us more YouTubers, football discussion podcasts,
Yeah, man,
whatever.
tell us.
Which we can bring to our YouTube
Yeah, we
channel.
can bring to this series.
Even Insta guys. I know there are a lot of people, a lot of you on Insta, who follow a lot of football accounts. Please tell us, and we might try to get them on the account. They can talk about their account, how they
Yeah.
progress and everything. We couldn't do that today with Advan. He had little engagement he had to go to, but we'll surely get him for another video, and we can talk more to that topic as well. So please let us know in the comments, and please let us know what you thought of the video. If there's anything we need to improve or you liked about the video, all sorts. I mean, we just comment and full
Yeah.
stop, and we'll be fine. And just
And
like the video. And just take 1
See you
second.
guys.
All right,
Super.
LME signing up.
LME time.
LME signing
Bye.
out.